A lot of sales reps that I work with have got caught in what we call the time money trap. What they make is directly tied to how much they work. But the great thing about sales is that you can create what we call a flywheel system that scales up your ability to earn without requiring more of your time. Pretty cool, right? And if you put in a little bit of effort, your flywheel system can pay off in a massive way. So in this video, we're going to look at what the flywheel is and how you can implement it so you can separate time and money. Hi, my name is Will and I make selling simple. So in today's video, we're going to take a look at two things. We're going to take a look at what the flywheel is, how it applies to sales, and what massive benefits the flywheel provides to you as an individual. Then we're going to take a look at how to get your flywheel moving. We're going to look at 3 specific strategies involving impetus, focus, and then number 3, scale. So are you ready to build your flywheel system? Well, let's get right into it. So first off, let's talk about what a flywheel is. So very literally in the real world, when we're not using it as a metaphor or an analogy, a flywheel is a big, massive, heavy wheel that once it's turned over a few times will continue revolving over and over again until it slowly speeds down due to its size and momentum. Think of the TV show The Price is Right. Do you know that big heavy wheel at the end that keeps spinning and spinning and spinning? Well, something like that. Now, you're probably asking yourself, what the hell does this have to do with sales? Well, when you first start off in your sales job, it takes a lot of effort to get things rolling. Making those first few calls, first few emails, first few meetings, getting your first few sales, in fact, building up your network from scratch, getting into the groove with your process, creating the sales process if you're going to have an effective one. It's a ton of work. But once you do start making progress, your flywheel starts spinning on its own momentum. That means if you want more deals, you can ask for referrals. People in your industry already know you before you even reach out to them. Your sales process gets refined and improved, so there's very little inefficiency in it. And of course, you can then farm and upsell your current customers rather than constantly having to go back out into the marketplace to do lots of cold outreach. Simply put, once your sales flywheel gets spinning, everything gets easier. You don't have to work as hard to get the same results. And so that means less effort for better outcomes or less time spent for more cash in your pocket. Once you're established, the flywheel starts to do a lot of this work for you. So that of course leads us to the ultimate question here. How do we get the flywheel moving? And just as importantly, how do you get it moving faster? How do you make it heavier and denser and move it faster so that it can spin even if you take your foot off the gas for a week, a month, a year, whatever it is? Well, we've got 3 strategies that we're going to cover to do just that. And we're going to start with what we call impetus. And as the old saying goes, the best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. The second best time is today. Because procrastination is wasted time. And so the sooner you start doing something, anything for your future, the more that investment in time, energy, resources, whatever it is going to pay off. On top of all this, we need to be realistic here. It takes a lot longer than you think to build a successful brand in your sales role. Heck, depending on the industry that you're in, how crowded it is, how many people are making noise in there, it can take anywhere from 7 to 15 years, according to some experts. I think you can do it in 3 to 5 years, but we're still talking years rather than weeks, days, or months. So do you want to be raking in the spoils of your success when you're 35, if you're younger and you listen to this? Or do you want to do that when you're 60? Of course, you want to do it as early as possible. So if you're looking for low risk, high reward things that you start doing today to start getting the flywheel spinning, spend more time doing social selling. Spend a little bit of time each day interacting with your buyers on the LinkedIn platform. Engage with industry experts on LinkedIn as well. Connect with others that you've met or you've talked to over email. Start building insightful, valuable content of your own. And some people get confused about this content creation thing. I'm not saying that you need to do what we do, which is what's called content marketing, which is creating tons of original videos, audios, blog posts, all that kind of stuff. No, that's marketing, not sales. But you're an individual, you have unique insights on your marketplace, even if you don't realize that you do. Just thinking about the time that you spend with prospects, selling the same thing over and over and over, you've got unique insights that you probably don't realize that you have. All I'm talking about is sharing those in a 50, 200, 300 word post on LinkedIn once a week. That's all you need to do to use social selling to get the flywheel spinning. Next up, strategy number 2 is to focus. Now, I've seen so many sales reps fall victim to having too many irons in the fire. And it seems like a good idea at first, right? Diversify your approach, cast a wider net. I can throw a million different metaphors at you here to prove this point, but what all these cliches don't tell you is that you've only got a limited amount of time and energy that you can spend on any one of these projects. There's only so many hours during the day. You only have so much work that you can physically do before you either snap and go insane, or you just become so run down and burnt out that you don't make any more progress with any of it. And of course, on top of this, a life really worth living isn't just about your sales role either. You've got to have a bit of balance between the two. So what you need to do, rather than just trying to do everything and doing it poorly, is to focus on your flywheel. Stop spending time and energy on selling activities and tasks that aren't driving results, that aren't spinning the flywheel up. Don't send in that RFP for a deal that you're never going to win just on the 1% chance that maybe out of somewhere you'll get a deal out of it. Try cutting out some of the in-person meetings that you're always encouraged to go to, but when you don't attend, nobody's really bothered. And most importantly, find what isn't working and cull it. Get rid of it. Stop doing it. And of course, on the flip side of this, double down on what is working. Find that one channel that's driving the most sales, whether it's cold outreach, whether it's upselling current customers, targeting your inbound leads, whatever it is. Double down on that. Stop trying to reinvent the wheel. You can think of your sales role as having multiple flywheels if you like. You're doing outbound, it's working, it's spinning up, you're doing well, the flywheel is rocking and rolling, you're crushing it. So then you start to go, okay, well, now I'm going to do some social selling. So what was turning this big successful flywheel is now spinning this crappy little one that has no momentum and isn't spitting out any results. Don't let your main flywheel die as you try all of these different hacks and tricks and trends, or you listen to 27 different sales gurus and you read 15 different books and there's different podcasts. No, stick to one plan. And if it's successful, do more of it and do it better. Don't be suckered into all of the trends in sales. Success from sales every single time, and we've trained 2,000 people now through our Selling Made Simple Academy program. Success every single time is doing the basics, the foundational level stuff really well for long enough. It's never more complicated than that. Find the channel, the activity that works well, and spend the majority of your time really knocking out that channel and making sure that it's a success. And strategy number 3 is scale. Because your time is going to be best spent on the activities that are going to scale your earnings. What I mean by that is, if you're doing cold emails and you're handwriting every single one, but you've only got so much time during the day to send those emails, what it might be worth doing is joining a program like ours or another training program that helps you use not fully automation, but a little bit of automation to scale your time and efforts in the marketplace. That allows you to multiply your value without multiplying the work that you've got to put in. That's how you scale. Another example of this is to use a documented sales cadence. This is one of the first things that we do with all of our new students. Day 1, we email. Day 2, we do this. Day 3, we do this. Day 7, we do that. It could be emails, it could be LinkedIn, it could be cold calls, it could be dropping them snail mail, things in the post, whatever it is. We will do whatever works. The steps are almost irrelevant, but the most powerful part of it all is we've now got a step-by-step cadence that we can automate some of it. We know exactly what we're doing each day. We're not just randomly ringing people, hoping to get them on the phone. We're now building essentially an internal asset in the company that can be scaled. And of course, when we scale our outreach and the effectiveness of it, we're going to scale our income as well. And of course, this works way better than just doing things as you feel, using a documented cadence, as opposed to just calling, emailing when you think it might be appropriate. Because when you follow a system and what we teach, which are frameworks, you don't have to waste time guessing, hemming and hawing. You just follow the steps, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's systematized, and so you can do more of it in less time than ever before. Now, the hard part when we're talking about cadences, for example, it's very easy for me to tell you to do this. It's more difficult to put it into practice, but don't worry, I've got your back. I'm going to share on screen right now one of the starter cadences that you're going to find within Selling Made Simple Academy. So feel free to pause the video, copy it down. I'm going to link to a blog post below this video that will outline it in more detail and use this as a jumping off point so you can start using cadences yourself today. Get it implemented. Day 1, we're going to connect with the prospect on LinkedIn. Day 3, we're going to email the prospect and then send them a case study related to your business or your product. Day 10, we're going to email. We're going to link them to a how-to post that focuses on a common problem that they have in their industry and how your product helps them solve it. Day 12, we're going to call. We're going to leave a voicemail explaining that you're going to email them. Then we're going to email a link to another case study and reference the call in the email itself. Day 14, we're going to email them, provide some hard data on the buyer's problem that they might find useful. Day 20, email, straightforward, no beating around the bush, ask for a meeting. Day 25, call, voicemail, email, ask for a meeting. And there you go. There is a beginner cadence that you can implement today and start to scale your outreach and start to separate this money problem with the time problem that we all have. And nobody ever said that sales is going to be easy, especially when you're first starting out. But when you create a flywheel system, you're going to make your sales 10 times easier than before. You're going to be able to earn more referrals. You're going to build trust at distance. You're going to refine your process and you're going to be able to upsell customers simply. And just to recap, all you've got to do to build your flywheel is number 1, impetus. You've got to get started. Stop procrastinating, put in the work, and just get it done. Number 2, you need to focus. Double down on what works and trim the fat by cutting out be a savage here, cut out absolutely everything else. 3, hit the activities that scale and build strategic step-by-step sales cadences. And you can use the template that I showed earlier on as a jumping off point to get this implemented. And once you get your flywheel system in motion, finding quality prospects and closing deals becomes so much, I can't even put into words how much easier all of this becomes. Sales becomes a really great job once you've implemented this and you've been in the role for 2 to 5 years. At that point, selling becomes simple if you've done the work. Selling becomes a really nice career. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, why not click the video that's on the screen right now? Continue making selling simple.